Hello and welcome to another episode of International News Wrap, your premier destination for global updates, brought to you exclusively by Oneindia. In today's segment, we present a diverse array of stories ranging from Russian missiles pounding Ukrainian power plants to Chinese military activity in Taiwan. Join us as we delve into the day's most significant international developments, ensuring you stay abreast of the latest events unfolding worldwide. A Russian missile attack targeted power facilities in central and western Ukraine on Saturday, intensifying pressure on the already strained energy system amid a shortage of air defenses. Despite a recent breakthrough in US military aid, the country remained vulnerable to such assaults. This strike, conducted with ballistic and cruise missiles by Russian strategic bombers stationed in the Arctic Circle, marked the fourth major aerial assault on the power grid since March 2022. DTEK, the largest private electricity company, reported extensive damage to 4 out of its 6 thermal power plants due to the latest attack. In the western regions bordering NATO members Poland and Romania, massive fires engulfed energy facilities, prompting rescue efforts to contain the blaze. President Volodymyr Zelenskiy's hometown of Kryvyi Rih faced disruptions in the water supply following strikes on energy infrastructure in the central Dnipropetrovsk region. Despite the onslaught, Ukrainian air defenses successfully intercepted 21 out of the 34 incoming missiles, according to the Air Force commander. Authorities refrained from disclosing the specific targets hit, citing security concerns to thwart Russia's immediate assessment of the attack's impact. Taiwan reported a surge in Chinese military activity near the island on Saturday as 12 aircrafts breached the sensitive median line of the Taiwan Strait. This escalation came just a day after US Secretary of State Antony Blinken concluded his visit to China. Despite the absence of formal diplomatic ties, the US remains Taiwan's most crucial international supporter and arms supplier. During his visit, Blinken emphasized the critical importance of upholding peace and stability across the strait. Taiwan, a democracy, has been subjected to mounting military pressure from China, which asserts sovereignty over the island. However, Taiwan's government vehemently rejects these claims. According to Taiwan's defense ministry, 22 Chinese military aircraft, including Su-30 fighters, were detected around 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. Of these, 12 crossed the median line, venturing into Taiwan's northern and central regions. Historically, the median line served as an unofficial boundary between the two sides, prohibiting military incursions. However, China now routinely violates this boundary, asserting its dominance. Taiwan's defense ministry stated that the Chinese aircraft were engaged in joint combat readiness patrols alongside Chinese warships. Taiwanese aircraft and ships responded to the situation accordingly, although specific details were not disclosed. Despite attempts to reach China's defense ministry for comment, no response was received outside of office hours on Saturday. Taiwan's armed forces, though well equipped and trained, are overshadowed by China's vast military capabilities, particularly its Navy and Air Force, which frequently confront Chinese incursions. Israel reportedly warned Egypt that this was the last chance for a hostage deal with Hamas before it attacked Rafah, Axios reported. On Friday, talks between Israeli officials and the Egyptian delegation to discuss Israel's upcoming offensive in Rafah and efforts to reach a hostage deal with Hamas came to an end. According to Channel 12 News, Israel said that it would not let Hamas delay the IDF strike on Rafah by dragging the hostage deal negotiations. This is the last chance before we go into Rafah, the official said. Egypt and Qatar are prime negotiators aiming to broker a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. Egypt is concerned that if Israel finally invades Rafah, it has repeatedly warned, tens of thousands of Palestinians would enter Egypt, perhaps resulting in a border breach that jeopardizes Egyptian security. The southern Gaza city of Rafah is where over 1 million displaced Palestinians are reported to be living after Israel attacked Gaza. Earlier this week, General Herzi Halevi, Chief of Staff of the Israel Defense Forces, and Ronen Bar, Director of the Shin security agency, visited Cairo. According to media sources, during their visit, Egypt provided new proposals for negotiating a hostage settlement between Israel and Hamas. On Friday, an Egyptian delegation visited Israel to conclude the hostage deal talks. Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian announced that the crew of a Portuguese flagged ship allegedly linked to Israel and including Indian nationals has been granted consular access. and is expected to be released. This information, reported by Reuters, citing Iranian media, sheds light on the situation surrounding the container vessel MSC Aries, which had a crew of 25 members, including 17 Indians. Notably, one of the Indian crew members, Anne Tessa Joseph, was released and returned home on April 18. The seizure of MSC Aries by Iran's Revolutionary Guards occurred in the Strait of Hormuz on April 13, shortly after Tehran declared its intent to retaliate for a suspected Israeli strike on its consulate in Damascus. Iran's foreign ministry clarified that the seizure of the Aries was due to alleged violations of maritime laws and affirmed its conviction that the vessel was linked to Israel. Iranian Foreign Minister Amir Abdollahian emphasized to his Portuguese counterpart, Paulo Rangel, the significance of the humanitarian aspect concerning the release of the ship's crew. Amir Abdollahian assured Rangel that the crew members would be handed over to their respective ambassadors in Tehran. However, the timing of the release remained uncertain. On Thursday, the Indian Foreign Ministry said that the 16 Indians aboard Aries were in good health and were in constant touch with their families. These 16 people we had asked consular access for, which we got. Our officers went there and met. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randeep Jaiswal said, "They are in constant touch with their families, their health is good, and they have no problems of any kind on board the ship," Jaiswal added. A magnitude 6.5 earthquake struck Japan's Bonin Islands, as reported by the United States Geological Survey, that is USGS, on Saturday. The quake occurred at a depth of 503.2 kilometers. The US National Tsunami Warning Center confirmed that no tsunami warning was issued based on the available data. The tremor occurred at 5:36 p.m. local time at a depth of 540 kilometers, measuring 3 on the Japanese seismic intensity scale of 7 in parts of the prefecture, said the Japan Meteorological Agency. The epicenter was located off the west coast of the islands, about 875 kilometers south of Tokyo, at a latitude of 27.9 degrees north and longitude of 140 degrees east. Weak tremors were also felt in central Tokyo. No tsunami warnings have been issued. Japan, a country familiar with seismic activity, faced the aftermath of a strong 7.6 magnitude earthquake on New Year's Day 2024. Taking a global perspective, recent seismic events serve as a stark reminder of the destructive potential of earthquakes. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake in southeast Turkey last year claimed over 50,000 lives, while the 2015 Nepal earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 resulted in approximately 9,000 casualties. In October of the same year, 6.3 magnitude earthquake struck Afghanistan, claiming the lives of more than 2,000 people. Japan's geographical location places it squarely within the seismic Pacific Ring of Fire, subjecting the country to approximately 20% of the world's earthquakes of magnitude 6 or greater every year. A staggering 2,000 quakes perceptible to its population remind Japan of its seismic vulnerability annually, though not all result in casualties. Thank you for joining us on the International News Wrap. Stay tuned for more episodes.